Ahoy! I only have time for a very short video today, so I wanted to show you something cool. Some of you may already know about this, but it's fairly easy to miss because it's kinda hidden, so I wanted to show you. If you go to the Empyrean Forge and you reach the end of it, then you can see that big Eye of Sauron, so to speak, where you will have a beam connecting from that eye to one of the orbs that you activated earlier after the fight with Ifrit. And this leads to some form of gate that we cannot access yet. We know that there will be a second part to the Forge expedition, and we can actually see a little bit of that to the right. You can kind of see some icicles hanging down, and you can see a waterfall too. We can actually get a better look at this from the orb where we kill Ifrit, because this actually gives us a much wider look at the area. Looks pretty cool in my opinion, and it's also cool to know that we will have an ice expedition as a contrast to the fire expedition with the next part of the Forge. What's going to be particularly interesting is what's behind the final gate that we can activate through both, because that last part doesn't seem to be ice themed. It is possible that this is just the final boss for the second expedition and it simply won't be ice themed, but it could also be that this is something entirely different. Maybe this unlocks some form of raid boss or something. I actually had an interesting idea regarding that, though it is definitely a bit out there. We will get a raid system before this expedition comes out, and I think it could be possible because we need to activate both of these orbs, and it's seemingly somewhat at the same time, or at least from both angles without leaving this place, that maybe you do it with two 5-man groups, one 5-man group doing Forge and the other one doing this ice part, and then you basically meet in the middle as a raid group and then do a 10-man raid on whatever ends up being up there. Again, obviously wild speculation, but it would be an extremely cool mechanic for a next 10-man raid concept. At this point, also a little trading tip. Since this is an ice expedition, frozen armor shards will probably come in handy, so if you get a few now, they'll be a lot cheaper. If you're interested in more trading tips like that, consider supporting me on Patreon, where I posted this one a long time ago. But this next expedition is just a small piece of the upcoming content, and New World's roadmap isn't really up to date anymore because there's a lot of stuff that they've talked about and have even given us timeframes for that isn't included on there. Tomorrow I will show you the real content roadmap for New World with all the stuff that they have talked about since they last posted it. So if you want to hear more about upcoming New World content, consider subscribing and clicking the bell. More Shirking and Aversion info is coming soon too. Thanks to my patrons for supporting this video, and thank you for watching. SLOTH, out.